Okay, this is the X8 chair. I'm going to give you a quick introduction to driving it for the users. So to transfer into the chair, you can flip back the footrest, back up to it, sit down. I would highly recommend that you not put weight on the joystick. This is not meant to bear weight. So you put your weight on the arms. You can swing the joystick out of the way. There's a little release right here, and you press it. The joystick will swing out of the way. So you can put weight on the arms and sit down, and then flip the footrest back down. Another way you can transfer is by sliding or flipping the arms back and then laterally transferring onto the chair. That's another way you could do it. Once you're in the wheelchair, there are some seating adjustments. There's two round dials down here that you can turn to recline the seat back and bring it back forward so that you're sitting in a comfortable position. The legs can be extended if they need to be longer, but you would need tools to do that. It is possible, but it is going to involve some tools. The armrests, you can adjust them higher. There's a barrel nut in here that would have to be turned, and then it'll adjust the arms higher. The arms can also be slid forward or backwards. There's an adjustment under here for that. There's two screws that have to be loosened. The joystick can be moved from the right side to the left side. But again, you have to have tools and you have to take it off to do that. If you look at the joystick, this is the on-off button on the joystick. And it shows you at the top the level of charge on the battery. So when you get into the chair, you want to make sure that you have 3 green lights, that it's fully charged. On the joystick, there is, at the top, there's lights. So if you press the button, you'll see the headlights come on. There's emergency flasher lights, there's left and right indicator lights, and there's headlights. There's a horn button. And then the next button is called mode. So when you press the mode button, it takes you out of driving and puts you into a seating mode. And then the one function this chair has is power tilt. So I press the mode, and then when I initiate the joystick, the whole chair will tilt back. So this is really going to come in handy when you're going up and down hills or over obstacles. So you can be tilted back, and then you press the mode button again, and now you get back into a driving. So you can drive down a hill and be tilted back so you don't feel like you're being thrown out of the chair. To get out of the tilt, you would press mode again. Joystick throw forward. You keep on going until it stops, and then you'll be back upright. And then I press mode again, and now I'm driving. One thing to note is that if you are tilted all the way back, it will inhibit the speed, meaning you won't have the full speed of the chair. The chair will automatically drive slower in order to be safe. Below the mode button is your speed button. So you see the button on the left slows you down, the button on the right speeds you up. This chair has a 6.5 mile per hour top speed. The battery range is 11 miles. The battery range would be impacted if you had the headlights on, if you're going at a high speed, or if you're going up a lot of inclines. Those are all 3 things that could reduce the range from 11 miles down a little bit. There is a luggage rack on the back of the chair. You can store your medical necessities on there, your hiking gear. The one thing you cannot do is you can't have anybody standing on here. It's not made to support weight. On the back of the chair, there is a second joystick called an attendant joystick. So you'll see there's one joystick in the front, but if the wheelchair user is not able to drive themselves, there's a second joystick in the back so that a caregiver or an attendant can drive the chair. So there's 3 buttons on this joystick. The button on the top, it shows a little handicap signal and an individual. So if you press that, it takes control away from the primary joystick, and everything is controlled by the attendant joystick. So you can drive just like you would with the other joystick. You can turn, you can adjust the speeds, you can press the mode button and tilt the chair back. So you can do everything you can do with that joystick on this joystick. And then if you just press the top button again, it'll transfer the control back to the primary joystick. Last thing I want to show you is the actual driving of the chair. So anybody who's used to a regular power wheelchair, this does not drive like a regular power chair. I would highly recommend that you practice with it for a couple minutes so you get used to how it drives. Because there's 4 independent motors and the front wheels independently steer, that's why it doesn't drive like a regular power chair. So you definitely don't have a tight turning radius. As you maneuver, you want to make sure that the wheels are pointed forward. You want to initiate a forward movement and then you turn. Same thing when you're going backwards, you want to straighten the wheels, initiate backward movement, and then turn. If you try to turn right away, that's when you kind of lose control. So again, just want to make sure you're going forward, you're initiating a forward movement, and then you start your turn. Otherwise, once you get a little practice, it's fun to drive and pretty easy. Thank you.